On this one, again, you're going to take your 18%, that percent is my circle percent, and then we've got the rotation of a circle. The rotation is 360 degrees. So how can I find the central angle?
Is that like extra paper over here? I need another sheet of paper.
There's a line paper over there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is, again,
That line paper over there.
I have a blank sheet of paper, so you just have this. Right here. There you go. All right, so again, it's going to be 18% of what?
360.
Of 360. And then you need to determine if you want it as a fraction or as a decimal.
Decimal.
I want it as a fraction. And there's a reason. Well, no, actually, I think I'm going to do it ratio and proportion, because doesn't 18 go into 36? Sam, focus. If 18 goes into 36, then I don't want to multiply that. I'm going to set it up as 18 over 100. On the other side, the total of the rotational circle goes, it doesn't, no, I still have to do that. No, would reducing help me? No, 50 divided by 6, no, it's not going to help me. So the only thing I can do is, I guess, multiply. Because I thought I was going to be able to reduce, but it doesn't come in the same fraction. So it's going to be 360. Again, show your work or you're not getting credit. Because some people did not get full credit yesterday. All right.
She graded it, friend. She did
it. Christian. All right. So go ahead and multiply it through. And then the 1 times 0.63 is very easy. And then how many places in do we need to go? We need to go in 2 because of the percent sign. And are they rounding these up? I think they did. And so we will do the same. So it is about 65% rotation. The next one, the mountain. Sam, how do you get the central angle? What's that? Okay, but how do you get the central angle?
So it's 27. It's out of 360.
It's not 27.
Fred, let him speak, please. What did you say, Sam?
Yeah, 27%.
27% of what? So 27% of 360. And even if I put this over a fraction, it's not going to be able to reduce. So there's no shortcut except to go 360 times 27. And again, show your work. Okay, and it, what is it, Fred? Okay, well that's when I multiply. But is that the degrees? Is that the degree? Is that my final answer?
No, because you got to go back to this.
Right, because we've got to move back twice. So 97.20, and it's closest to 97. Yeah. So we've got. Well, I'm not worried about this right now. Then. Oh, 5% should be easy. Alrighty. So, and then 5%, listen carefully. Here's one, a lot of you don't want to work. Well, here's one that you don't have to work. If you know, what is 10% of,
36.
you move it over once, and then 5 is half of 10. So what's half of 36? 18. That's your percent. That is our number. So the central angle is 18%. And that was for the campgrounds. And then the grasslands is the G. It's 41% of 360. There's no choice except to multiply and then move it back twice. But I've got a 1 and a 4, so that's, what's that, Fred?
144.86.
Okay, so, okay, ma'am. What did you get, Sam?
147.6.
Okay, good, good. So again, we multiply and then divide by the 100. So is that closer to 147 or 148?
148.
Okay. Just eyeball it to me. I'm not doing the puzzle like that. I lost my way. 148.
You sure?
Yes.
Can I get water?
Let's finish this first. And then, so then the 9%, what is that? It is the lake streams, which is 9%. This one should be easy because it's just a single digit. It does, but it doesn't matter because I can't divide across. I still have to multiply. So 360 times 9. Because I tried doing that with the ratio proportion. I thought it would end up right next to each other, but it doesn't. So I can't reduce it.
32.
So that's going to be 54. 27. And then move it in twice. Okay. So it's 32.40. Now, this time today, just a moment. This time today, we're not going to use these degrees unless you want to. Do you want to use the degrees to find these?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to show you another way. Yes, and you have to have a pencil. So if I'm not going to use the central angles, then that means we're going to use these. And I'm going to start with one that I more or less know, because I know that a quarter of a circle is how many degrees?
25.
25. Well, which one's close to 25?
27.
So let's do this one. Okay. So this one is, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. It doesn't have to be exact. I need a straight edge. I don't have a straight edge. Use my Trident gum package. Okay, so yeah, it works. Okay, and we're going to wing it. So sometimes you can do that as long as you recognize 25 goes straight across. This would be a little bit bigger. So that's 27% is our mountains. And then I'm going to see, and I actually should have done that first. I'm going to see if there's anything that would add to this that would make it a 50. Because if it added to be 50, I could cut it right in here. But I don't have anything. So,
32 and
but we could do these two right here. Where's 32? There's no 32. Okay. So, but doesn't 41 and 9 add up to be 50? So I know, well, I'm going to go to these two next. So I know that that's how much of a circle? It's half of a circle. So I know, and I'm going to use this instead. So I know that I'm going to use this line here. So I know that, and I made mine a little crooked, so I'll keep it crooked. So this is 50%. So both of these two have to fit in there. And so I'm going to sort of wing it again, because I'm going to look at this and say, well, half of this 27 is 13. So where would 10 be?
10? Yes.
Would it be a little smaller than this? Yeah, it'd be a little bit smaller than that. So it's going to be about that size. So I'm going to make it, I'm going to try to replicate that over here. Again, I'll do it this way. This is 25. Half of 25 is 12. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And again, we're approximating it. So I'm going to say this much right here is my 9. So I go according to like the 25. I should have done that instead of use the 27. So a quarter, and I know half of that is 12. So I make it a little bit less, and that's about 9. And then the rest of this is 41, because 41 and 9 is 50. And so this is my grasslands. This is my lake stream. So we've got 1, 2, and then I've got a 5 and an 18. Okay. Well, is 9 and 9 18? So I'm going to try to make one here that's double this size. So we're going to kind of wing it. So here is one of the 9s. Here's a second 9. And that looks like a little bit too big. I probably made that too big. In fact, let me do it again. I need 18. Let me do this again. So let me go with a half of this. A half of a 25 is about 12. And I'm going to go this way. A half of that 12 is 6. So I'm going to make my 5 a little bit smaller. So it should be smaller than the 9. So I'm going to have this one be the 5. And that'll be the campgrounds. So we've done the campgrounds, we've got the grasslands, we've got the lake stream, and then the forest should be right here. So I'm going to erase this. So it takes some thinking, but then you don't have to use the protractor. And let's see if that's reasonable. From here to here would be about 27. That's reasonable enough. Just as long as that 18 is, it looks like it's double the 9, so that does look reasonable. So that is the forest. We're done with that. And then when we go to do this one, it's going to be super easy.
Well, 25.
Yeah, because you got a 25 already. So right away you can go ahead and do,
Like 3 of them are just 20.
yeah, and 2 of them add up to be, well, we'll see. We'll see. So I can go ahead and right there, is that 25%?
Yeah.
That's 20. So right there, we've got the newspaper. That's 25%. And normally, if I'm asking you to do this correctly, you'd have to write the whole newspaper out. And then I would go to, okay, so we've done that one. What's the next one you want to do?
29.
Or 20.
29 is a good choice because 29 would be a little bit bigger than this one. So if I wanted to make a 25 again, I'm just going to put that a light line. So that's 25, but we need 29. So 29, we'll extend it just a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we'll call that 29 right here. So I'll call that 29 and erase that line. So this would be 29%. And that is the television. What's that? In fact, there's 2 of them that almost add up to be another 29, which is the 20 and the 8. So it's also that 28 is just over 25. So I'm going to maybe start here because it's a perfect corner. And I'm going to say, okay, well, the next 2 that I'm going to add together come to 28. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than that 25. And it's going to be a hair less than this. So I'm going to, again, I added here this biggest section. Here I'll add maybe just a little bit less. Okay. So we have to split that between an 8% and a 20%. So again, here was 25, and we said this was 3 more, 28. So I'm going to go here. If this is about 3 more, I'll say 5 is about here. And I'm just going to guesstimate. Because if this straight across was 25, that looks reasonable, but that this would be 20. So this would be 20, and that is our magazines. I'm going to erase this little section, and that would be our 8%, which is the radio. And then what do we have left?
Just the.
Do we just have the 15?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we have the 15 and the 3. So I think this comes out good. All right. So I have nothing to judge, but 15, I'm going to say What's 15 and 3?
18.
And what goes into 18? Is it 3?
Yes.
It is 6. So I'm going to try to cut this in half, and I'm going to go, each of these are going to be, I think, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3. No, they're each going to be 3. 6 times 3 is 18. So that's where I'm going to put these. So here's 3 right here. So I'm going to take it from one notch. I'm going to put right here. I don't have a regular room. So that's going to be my 3. And that is the outdoor. And the rest of it is the DR, which is this. And Matthew, yes, go get your water. Direct mail. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think so. Paying attention. Well, you say, Sam, you suggested it, so might as well. Okay, so, okay, Christian. All right, so we're done with that side.
That is not fair.
That's 100% fair.
Okay, so on this side. 2:02. Are we here until 2:30? I think so. Okay. Yeah. So this one now.
There's still water.
Okay. Okay. No, he's not going downstairs. So have a seat. You're gonna survive 20 minutes. Sit down. All right. You're not in the desert in South Africa, you know, with all the animals. You're not there. Okay. Excuse me. Sit down, please. Christian. Alrighty, so this time, now you've got to find the percent and the central angle. So who knows how to find the percent?
I don't know. You multiply it
What do I multiply?
by 20, the total number.
Well, each of these is a ratio. Like if I'm doing this one here, it's the keyboard over 20. They've already totaled it for you. And blank over 100. So,
we have to do ratio and proportion for like 7 of these things.
okay, Christian, be quiet. Do me a favor, just like really learn to zip the trap. Okay, then there's an easy way we can do it. Can we go,
I know.
what, Fred?
Times 5.
Times 5 all the way across. So times, this one is times 5 because that does not give us 100. And so we can do the same all the way through. 1 times 5 then would be 5%. 3 times what?
5.
Because it's as if we have another ratio and proportion. 3 times 5 is
15.
15%. 5 times what? 5 times 5 is 25%. 4 times 5 is?
And then you just multiply all of these by 3.
Yeah, but hold on, we're going to try to do shortcut. That's 20%. And 7 times 5 is 35. Now, who could tell me how you can tell that all those percents are correct?
Because 7.
They add to 100.
Thank you. They add up to be 100. And I'll do real fast. 35 and the 25 is 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. I know, but you still check. All right. So you still check in case somebody couldn't multiply by 5. And then let's go down here, get the percents on this one. But what do we need first on this one? You need to get the total, so you add them up. So,
90?
let's find out. I don't know yet.
95.
I'm getting 90.
I told you.
It's 90.
I'm surprised it's not 100. Darn. So, 9.
That's 49.
That's 49. That's 26.
65. 75.
Okay, guys.
It is.
Matthew, but you can do, say what you're saying. 60. Okay, so it is out of 90. All right, so let's quiet down, please. And then we're looking for what is the total percent?
100.
It's always going to be 100. So this one is not going to come out so nice. So let's go ahead and finish this. So we'll start from bottom up. So my ratio is right there, 15/90. And that on this one, it is going to be 100 for the games. Does it help if I reduce that by 5? I don't think so.
6.
But is it going to help?
Not much, but
Not much, but it helps a little bit. So divide by 15, divide by 15. So it's going to be 1/6. We do need to cross multiply and divide. So this is going to be
it's 1.6.
well, let's just use it as a fraction. We'll just they're rounding it to the nearest whole number again.
Alright,
So 6 times is 36 and it's 4. So it's 4/6. So does that round to 16 or 17?
17.
It's closer to 17, right? So it's closer to 17. And then on this one,
I need more paper. Look at the paper like this.
Wait, which one do you write it on? I think you write on the round.
no, I'm starting from bottom up.
Yeah, bottom one is 15.
Yeah.
And that's the one I did, which came to 17%.
How we just did. No. What?
Never mind.
Okay.
I did the 15/90. So the next one, okay, so the magic is 10/90 and out of 100. And again, the only thing that we can do is take off the 0. So this one's a little bit harder, but it's 9p is equal to 100. Divide it through by 9. Again, I'm going to be looking at the work that you do. Well, then a 0 is easy for me to put down.
11.
All right. So it goes into this once.
Didn't work.
All right. So is that one going to be closer to 11 or 12? 11.
11.
All right, let's quiet down, please. Fred, do that at the zoo. Thank you.
Don't be acting like a monkey in here.
No, the animals will appreciate that. Okay,
It's
hold on.
me.
Okay, boys and girls, let's quiet down.
Calling you baby.
0, please. Yes, thank you. Yes.
I'm from Florida.
Okay, Mason, not just yet. Okay, because you're way too noisy. Mason, we're finishing up the central angles, and that I think we're going to draw the top one, but we're not going to draw the bottom one. So we're going to finish up central angles and then draw this top one. So, excuse me, stop the talking. All right, so on this one is where are we at? We're at the 16/90 and equals 100. And I could reduce that in half. It's not going to help me hardly at all, but we could do it. 8/45. So that's going to be 45. Girls and boys, let's go on. Don't be disruptive. Natalia, stop. All right, on this one, it is 800.
Oh, wait, what?
We're doing the next one, which is the computer. And then just divide your 800 through, divided by 45. Natalia, focus. Fred, focus. Okay, it's not going to be, that's going to be 7.
What's that under the third? Under the three?
Oh, I was under this?
Yes.
It wasn't 8 times because that's 360. So I'm making it 7 by just subtracting a 45. So by 7, it would be 315. Instead of multiplying 7 times 45 from this one that I already knew was 8, I took away 45, and that would be 7, 315.
We're gonna find a central angle.
Not on this one. All right, so on this, is it closer to 17 or 18?
18.
18. We're almost done. Let's just finish this one, and then we're going to draw the one freehand, because the one on top is going to be pretty easy.
And then we're done.
Then we're done. Okay. So the 27.
Let's go.
So 27 over 90. That is reducible by 9, and that is for the crafts. Oh, this one's easy now. Now that we've reduced it, Christian. All right. Now that we've reduced it, can we go straight across? Times what?
10.
Times 10 times 10. So that percent is going to be 30%. And then the last one right here is, the 3 of you need to stop talking. Okay, stop. Is that, no, it's 3 over 90. 22 over 90. And then should I reduce that? I don't know. It's just as easy to work with the zeros. So on this one it's 11 over 45, but I don't like 45. So I'm just going to go 90 over 2200. And then also, because I left it with zeros, can I take off one of the zeros here? It doesn't help a lot, but I can. So it's 220.
Yeah. 24. It just be 24.
Yeah, because 4 is less than half a 9. And so it's about 24. Okay, we're not going to do the central angle on this second one. We'll just leave it like that. Then this one, in fact, I don't know. Let's go ahead and just graph it,
Yes.
and we'll see if we're going to do the central angle. I don't know.
All right, 25.
Oh, hold on a second. So let me get a pencil because I don't want to make a mistake on this. So if I'm starting, which one do you want to start with?
25.
I would start with 25 because we know a 25 is a perfect, actually these central angles are going to be easy because you can reduce each of them. So that is going to be 25% for the strings. And then which 2 should you do next?
15 and 20. 15 and 20.
No, either 20 or 35.
I would
25.
25, yeah, 25.
25, yeah.
hold on a second. So we've done this one. I was thinking the 20 and the 5.
25.
The 20 and the 5 because that comes to 25. So we know that that's going to be another 25. Okay. And then I would split this to be really accurate is 20 and 5 are in units of 5. So I'm going to split it into 5 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could be pretty sure that this much of it is 5%. So that much of it is 5%, and that's the keyboard. And then 5, 10, 15, 20 is the woodwind. Is this easier than using the protractor?
Yes.
I think so too.
But I like using the protractor.
Okay, then, So then we've got left the 35, and what else? The 35 and the 15. Okay.
Add them up and it's just half.
Well, 35 and 15 adds up to be what? 50. So I'm going to put right here, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this, is I need a ruler. Is I'm going to kind of make a light line right here. Okay, so I've made a light line. I know this is going to have 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's probably too far apart right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then over here it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and split this last one. So each of these are 5. You know, I kind of space it, put 5 here, 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each of those are 5%. So I'm going to do this one first. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's going to start right here. Is that right? 20?
No, we're doing 35.
Oh, yeah, we're doing 35. So 20, 25, 30, 35. So it's actually going to be right here. Thank you, Christian. That's 2 candies. All right. So, okay. So I'm going to erase this. And so that is going to be my 35%. And that is for the brass. And the rest should come out perfect. 5, 10, 15 is for the percussion. Okay. Well, I'm wondering about the central angle. Okay, no, I want you to do some mentally. Come on, you guys can do it. Okay, what is, okay, listen. What is 10% of 360? Then double it.
72.
Wouldn't it be 72 then?
Yeah.
This one would be 72. What is 10% of 360?
Plus half.
18 is for.
So it'd be 36 and 18. 36 and 18. What would that be? 54. So now, here's another one. Okay, listen carefully.
18.
Yeah, because I want you to learn your 10%. 10% of 360 is 36, and this is half. So it wouldn't be 36. Dude, what's half of 36?
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
I'm talking about this one. So this one would be 18.
25 is 90.
Well, and 25 is 1/4. So 1/4 of 360 is 90. So these are easy to do. Well, 35, let's do 10%. 10% is what?
36.
So, and how many 36s would I have?
108.
I'd have 3 of them, and half of 10%. 10% is,
Wait, what?
3.5.
no, half, 10% was 36. But I've got 30%, so I've got a 36, a 36, and another thing. And then, hold on a second. Then for that 5%, I think 36, okay, I think 10%, which would be 36, and you're right, half of that would be 18. So 72, and this is 54, so that is going to be 128. How about 126? Okay.
Alright, are we done now?
You are done. Put your name on it.
I actually didn't work today.
Monkey.
I know, Fred, the monkeys will relate to your little movements.
Yeah, that's 6th grade.
You're not in the picture.
Oh, they're back already.
Oh, they're back.
Oh, they just got on.
Oh.
You guys got back too early.
Alright, John Franco, now you have more work to do, so sit down and look at the lesson board. We're going to teach you how to
Thank you, sir.
Woke up from a good nap. I can't.
Ooh, the naps on the bus. The naps.
Okay,
bro.
my second, what time do you guys go?
I have no idea.
I think you're not done yet, Natalia.
No!
Hey, at least it's
You
free.
guys don't go until 2:29.
It's.
It's not 2:29.
Okay, well, yeah.
Can I get my candy now then?
You can.
Can I get king? Open the door. One.
I wonder where that bus went.
You said I could see your car. Well, but that's a big one. So you can have another small one.
I bet. That's what I was gonna take. I was gonna take.
Can I help, Candy? Okay. Natalia, do you want some candy? You can have some. Do you know your percents now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes, you may grab your bag. Tell Natalia, tell the turn on the light, sweetie, and then tell the sixth graders they can come in and get their stuff.